Check it out. Alright, so just a quick update on the Mr. DT situation. Now, if you didn't already know, Mr. DT, formerly of AFTV, aka Arsenal Fan TV, a man who's angrier than Boris Johnson's hairstyle, was sentenced to 3 years in prison after quote-unquote violently stalking his ex-girlfriend. Now, DT, aka Liam Goodenough, whose surname is ironically what certain man are going to be thinking inside when he bends down to pick up the soap.
Oh, go on then, that hole's good enough, innit?
Has been condemned by almost all of his peers in the YouTube football scene, and today we're going to be looking at some of their reactions to DT being sentenced to 3 years. But before we get into that, DT himself has released a statement on his Instagram talking about what's happened and his reasoning for being an absolute creepy weirdo. Check it out.
I know a lot of you would have seen the news about me this week, and I know I have let a lot of you down, but there are always two sides to a story, and mine will be told in good time.
So there you can clearly hear that he's trying to insinuate that we don't know everything about this case, and there could potentially be some information that's about to be revealed that's going to make us take pity on DT in some way. That's the implication of what he's saying there, isn't it?
After months of receiving help and guidance, I now know I was suffering from a mental breakdown, and on that night I simply snapped. This is not me condoning my actions. I am just trying to paint a picture of what was going on in my life at that time.
Alright, so you see what, yeah? I'm not making excuses or nothing, but when I was on my way to school, my dog ate my homework, yeah? And then I went to catch the bus, yeah? But then the bus blew up and flew over my house and did a triple forward flip somersault and all that, yeah? But it landed back on its wheels and all that, but that meant I was going to be 10 minutes late to school and all that. No excuses or nothing.
All I ask from everyone is that you read the key parts of the report and not the sensationalised headline.
What do you mean by the key parts of the report, bruv? Are you on about the part where you put a tracking device on her phone, turned up at her hotel where she was having a dick appointment, photographed her in a state of undress, dragged her out of the hotel and told her you were carrying a nank, then told her that you'd napped her son? What do you mean ignore the headlines and read the key part of the report, bruv? Because if I'm being honest, all of that sounds pretty terrible in its own, fam.
I cannot apologise enough to my ex-partner for putting her through this. An 8-year relationship will now be remembered for 9 minutes of madness, and I will forever be sorry for it.
I was a good guy my entire life, yeah, but now everyone's gonna remember me for that time I walked into church and dropped my pants and started windmilling in front of the congregation. It's not fair.
I want everyone to remember the innocent ones in this are my children. I am in regular contact with them, but my actions have turned their lives upside down. All I can do now is serve my time and be a better father and man for it. I have also heard a statement that's been released from someone that I called a friend. Again, I will address this and its content in due course too. I am sorry for letting you all down. I do not deserve anything from anyone, but just know that I am sorry. Take care and see you in a few years. DT, PS, it's just not good enough, Robbie. Hashtag Wenger out.
Alright, I might have made that last part up, but you get the point. Now, I can't help but feel that that entire statement is something that we've seen from DT over the years, where everything's about DT and we all have to feel sorry for him because everything's so hard for him, innit? I think one line of that entire statement is directed at the victim of his terrible crimes, and the rest of it is telling us how it's affected him. Poor DT. This guy's more of a victim than a 50-year-old white Englishman when a Romanian family moves in next door, bruv. But anyway, you'll notice that Mr. DT, aka Doing Time, in that statement blamed his actions on his mental health difficulties. Now, I'm definitely not questioning whether or not he had mental health problems, but if they were truly responsible for the things that he did, he would have been sectioned and not sentenced to 3 years in jail. And I'm not the only one who picked up on that. Let's take a look at what football YouTubers are saying. Check it out.
I've had a lot of people asking me why I haven't spoke about it, why am I not condemning it, will he ever be back on the channel? I don't really know what people expect me to say other than, of course, he will never, ever be back on the Football Terrace after doing what it is that he has done. And more so for me, on top of the horrendous crime, and you know, one of the things I think in the last 24 hours that's been ignored too much has been the victim in this, you know, stalked, tracked, hurt, exploit, everything, is also the fact that the guy stood around for 5 months on the platforms we use, in the industry that we work in, and claimed that the only reason he was away was mental health issues.
I had no clue whatsoever. I even gone back to a WhatsApp message when he first tweeted about the mental health thing, and I actually messaged him off the back of that saying, if you need to talk, if you know, want to open up about anything, then please feel free, because I've got a couple of friends that over the years, a couple of very good friends that have suffered with mental health and are still suffering with mental health. So for me, to see that sort of a tweet from someone that not that I know, someone that, not that I'm close to, but someone in and around the same circle and same kind of background in terms of what we do on YouTube. Me being me, I offered a handout, and to be honest, looking back now, I'm ashamed of that, considering what it looks like it was masking all of this time. I
feel a bit of a mug, right? I've got to be honest with you, if only because I don't really talk to DT, you know, like at all. I might say hello to him when I see him at an Arsenal game, but apart from that, I've really got no contact with him. But because of what I thought was an issue with mental health, I actually sent him a message wishing him well and hoping that he was okay. I have lost friends to, you know, depression, serious situations where mentally they can't deal with things. So I didn't know what was going on, but we've been led to believe at least that there's been a situation where he needed some time off. But anyway, this article is just giving it a whole different spin.
For anyone who knows, who follows me on social media, me and DT had a problem probably about a year and a half ago, where we were bantering a little bit on social media, and he overstepped the mark a little bit to where me and him had to have a what I would call a serious conversation on the phone, because I was basically saying, listen, the person you are on social media, you need to be that person in real life. Anyway, long story short, obviously he put something out, I think it was at the start of 2021, saying that he was having issues with his mental health. And I think he even went on to say something, he was like struggling to continue to live. What really disappointed me, I see DT put that tweet up. So I thought to myself, do you know what? Despite the issues me and him have had, let me send this guy a message. So I sent this guy a message saying, yo, would you know what? You know, life's, you know, don't get too down, man. I'm thinking the guy needs a pick-me-up. Do you know what I mean? The man's talking about suicidal thoughts. Yo, keep your head up, man. Do you know what I mean? Keep doing what you're doing, and things will get better. You know what I'm saying? Sent the man a message, because to me, I've lost a friend to mental health issues. So you're on social media talking about I'm away because of mental health issues and so on and so forth, but then I'm reading that you've done this.
Yeah, so when DT initially began catching this case like some kind of luggage juggler, he put out a statement on the internet claiming that he was taking a break from social media due to the fact that he was undergoing some mental health complications and he needed some time away. Well, it turns out that he was talking a bigger pile of shit than an elephant after a fat munch and was quote unquote taking a break due to the fact that he was coming like a hungry tramp, in the sense that he was in the bin all day every day, fam. My man's telling more lies than a husband after his missus can't fit into a dress after going a bit too ham during the Christmas holidays, fam. You see, to me, as someone who's suffered with mental health issues and someone who's seen the effects it can have on people, one of the scummiest things you can do is try to garner sympathy from people by claiming mental health issues simply to divert attention away from the fact that you're a massive dirty weirdo scumbag, fam. And it appears, and I'm not gonna say definitely because you never know, innit, but it appears that man like DT, aka Dirty Tramp, has done exactly that. But if that is what he's done, then he deserves this comment from man like Lee Gunner, one of his ex-colleagues at AFTV, who had this absolutely savage comment to say. Check it out.
I don't like the geezer, and I know you don't either. Right? And I don't like the way he's indirectly slagged me off for years. Yeah, calling me a rat. There's a rat in the top corner because of him. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Well, it's true. He called anyone who wants Arteta out as a rat. Fuck him. Yeah. Now he's picking up soap. You know what I mean? Be careful what you wish for. Behave yourself, all up.
But anyway, if you've enjoyed today's video, please don't hesitate to click that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one. And don't forget to click that bell icon and turn all notifications on. And finally, I just want to thank everybody who's supported me on Patreon. And if you'd like to join that, the link is in the description box below. So yeah, once again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. And